The first card you have for your past is the Four of Cups. Yes. Okay. Oh, I hate seeing this first. I really do. But I'm going to tell you what I'm seeing. It actually feels like manipulation to me. I'm feeling that right away. It really feels like that to me. I'm getting some kind of conversation, some kind of talk between you and someone else. I don't know if they tried to contact you. I think you're just having a conversation. It feels like that. I know this card's obviously about a refusal, but I think you did talk to them. There's some conversation that went on between you and someone else I'm seeing. And I think you're a little bit, I don't know whether I'd say suspicious, but it feels a bit like you're a little bit wary. Because, you're having this conversation. This is what I'm seeing. Obviously, if this resonates with you, you're having this conversation. And, in the back of your mind, it's like you're thinking, is this really what's happening? Is this really the truth? Is this really what happened? It's like you're trying to look behind what they're actually saying, if that makes sense. And I'm getting, it really feels confusing to me, really confusing. You weren't sure of what this person was doing. You weren't sure of their motives. Lots and lots of confusion. But that was what was going on in your head, all this confusion. You're trying to work this out. But I'm also getting this kind of, there's two different narratives here. This is what I'm seeing. So this is why you might have been like this, because I think they were saying one thing to you and it feels like they were saying another thing to someone else. So you were very careful with what you were saying, and I think you were absolutely right to do that. Very careful, just kind of sitting back, listening to this. You knew something wasn't right about this conversation. I'm getting that. And it feels a bit cold to me as well. Look at this man. He's got his arms folded. He's saying no. So it feels like you're a little bit cold in this conversation as well. Not cold as in rude, but I think, you're being diplomatic, just kind of playing it a bit cool, a bit polite, sitting back, listening to this, kind of engaged a bit, but you were kind of thinking, what's actually going on here? That's what I'm getting. I hope that makes sense to you. So I don't know if they're family or a friend of the family. It's someone like that. It's someone that's around family, something to do with family, but it doesn't feel that close. So it might be that you're not that close to them. And if that's the case, I can see why. If you're suspicious of them, I wouldn't be that close of someone I'm suspicious of. Or it might just be that maybe they're related by marriage or they're a step parent. It's something that's close, but it doesn't feel all that close. I hope that makes sense. I know that's a bit of a mess, but I hope you understand what I'm trying to get at here. So if this is making any sense to you, it probably isn't, but if it is, I have to say you handled this really, really well. You really diffused a lot of potential drama here. I'm getting that. There's also a little bit of protection I'm feeling here as well. You might have been protecting yourself. Maybe you're protecting someone else as well. Now, I just want to say this. Just get ready for this person to come back and ask you something. They might ask you some kind of a favor. They might ask you to be on their side, say something nice about them, talk to someone about you. It's something like that. Again, that might be what this manipulation is. And if you're having all these kind of instincts about this, if you're getting these kind of little things coming up like, oh, that doesn't feel right, I don't feel right about that, clearly, obviously, take a step back. Don't engage in this. Don't do what they're asking. And I don't think you will. I'm getting this because obviously in this card he's saying no to whatever this is. So I think that's what you're going to do. I don't think you're going to be involved in this. There's no danger around this. I'm not getting that, but I'm getting a very strong feeling to tell you that you have to take a step back and not be involved in this. And I think that's how you're feeling as well, or you will when that time comes. So, because you have this kind of very wary, what's this all about kind of thing around this. So I hope that makes sense to someone. Okay, so the next card you have, you pass the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, it's a little bit following on a little bit from what I'm seeing in the Four of Cups. This, no, I don't quite trust this person. So There's something else here. It really feels like you're missing someone. I don't think this is a love connection. It might be, but it doesn't feel like that. I'm not feeling a love connection in that way. It feels like a platonic connection that you miss. Okay, so that's what I'm getting. I'm not saying it isn't love, but that's not what I'm picking up on. So, if you celebrate the holidays and all that, maybe that's where you're missing someone. It might be you're missing someone from a celebration, thinking, oh, someone should be here that's not here. Might be like that. But even if you don't celebrate, it's still this feeling of, I miss someone. Someone should be here and they're not here. That's what I'm getting. Now, I think this is where this other person in the Four of Cups is coming in, because it feels like with this person who you were suspicious of or you didn't really want to have around you, that might have magnified the fact that you're missing this other person. It's kind of this feeling of, oh, I'm sitting here, I'm around this person, I don't really like this person. I really wish this other person was here. I'd feel so much better with them here. I really miss them. So that's the kind of thing I'm getting. You weren't sitting around miserable or anything like that, but the feeling was there. The feeling was there. Now, if this is resonating with you, I just feel as if I have to tell you this. Whoever this says that you're missing, they know you are missing them. They know you care about them. They feel that coming from you. For some reason they weren't there. For some reason they can't express that to you, or they couldn't at this time. I'm getting that they can't. I don't know why that is. So just know that, just feel that they do know that. And I'm just getting that message for you. I'm just seeing that. So, and okay, this is going to sound a bit strange. This is coming up as well. I'm just going to say this. There's music around this. So I don't know if this person that you're missing played music, or they just really liked music. They had a lot of music around them. But that's what I'm getting, music. And maybe that's something you shared with them. I don't know. That's what I'm picking up there. I'm also getting this really, really nice, positive feeling, very positive energy coming from this. Okay, I'm getting this again. I just have to say this again. Whoever this is you're missing, they also have a few regrets. I'm getting that. Regrets. I think it might have something to do with something they've said to you at one time. It feels as if whatever they said to you goes back a long, long way, even years. So they regret something they said. But yeah, they value you now. They think the opposite of that now. They don't think anything negative towards you. It's very, very, very positive. They see you as extremely valuable. It's a bit like the way this knight's holding up this coin in front of him. That's how they feel of you. Very valuable, very precious. So now I don't know who this is. It might be someone who's still on this earth, or it might be someone who isn't. I can't quite see which one that is right now. Usually I can, but it could be either. So I'm not going to say one way or the other, but you'll know which one that is if this is you. And yeah, that's how they feel about you. That's how they feel about you now. They know you miss them. They hold you in very, very high regard. They see you as someone who's very valuable. Okay, so the other thing I'm getting here is, it's this feeling of, I want to talk to you, I want to break through, I'm a bit afraid. I'm getting that as well. Now, that's not about any of these other people. This is a totally new person again. So I've got a cast of thousands coming up in this card. I'm just telling you what I'm seeing. So somebody wants to talk to you. This does feel like love. This feels like some kind of love connection. It's someone who used to know you. There's a bit of worry around them. I don't know why that is, but there's absolutely love here. There definitely is. And they'd love to be able to talk to you. But obviously this is a slow card, so I don't think they've approached you yet. It looks like they're not. It looks like they're just thinking about that. They want to, but I don't think they have. Yeah, I'm seeing a conversation here. Lots of laughing, a really good, really positive conversation, and I think this is a conversation you had with this person at one time. So if you remember a conversation with someone, lots of laughing, very, very funny, happy conversation, very relaxed, very nice conversation. That might give you an idea of who that is. They are going to approach you. I'm definitely seeing that. Not for a while though. There's hesitation, a lot of hesitation, and with the Knight of Pentacles, naturally it takes time. So that's what I'm seeing in that card. Lot and lot in that card. Oh, okay, so the last card you have you passed is the Two of Cups. Yeah. Look at this caduceus. This is this conversation. This is this really, really amazing, really nice conversation. That's what this caduceus is in between these two cups. It's about very strong connection, close communication. So you really connected with them at one time. You really clicked with them. That's what I'm getting. And they loved being around you. They loved being around you. They loved talking to you. And that's what they're thinking about. That's what they're missing. That's what they want with you again. Now, it feels a little bit like bad timing to me when you had this conversation with them. Maybe you're talking to them when you're in another relationship, or maybe they were. It feels like right place, wrong time. It feels like, if you weren't with someone else, I would have approached you for love, or the other way around. That's what I'm getting, but I can't. So let's just talk and we'll have a funny conversation. We'll enjoy our time, but I can't approach you. That's kind of what I'm getting. They're a very, very loyal person. They have very high morals as well. So I don't think they'd try and, start anything up with you while you were with someone else. I'm not seeing that. So, but you did enjoy a conversation with them. That's what I'm getting here as well. There's a strong feeling of independence I'm picking up here as well. And I think that comes from you. Very, very strong. Maybe they were picking up on that as well, or maybe that was something they remembered coming from you when they were with you. So that also might be a reason why they're a bit hesitant, a bit worried about that. Because there's a lot of holding back here, a lot of thinking, maybe overthinking. Yeah, they'll definitely contact you at some time. So just prepare for this person to come and contact you. And yeah, if you've had big conversation with someone, lots and lots of fun, that's who that is. So that's what I'm getting now. Okay, the first card you have your presence, the Page of Wands. Okay, okay. What I'm getting here is, I don't know, how am I going to make this make sense? I've got to try. What I'm seeing is out of practice of something. You used to do something all the time and now you're out of practice. That's what I'm getting, or a bit rusty. So this is something obviously you used to do. It might be something like sport, fitness. I'm seeing music again here for some reason. I keep on seeing music. So it might be music you have to practice. Whatever this is, I'm seeing daily practice. It's like a daily ritual. And that's what this was like for you when you used to do this. Daily ritual. Every day, no matter what happens, I do this. And there's something here. It might be an illness. Something stopped you from doing this at one time. That's what I'm getting. So you had to stop this. Now, I'm getting a little bit of a mental block, an emotional block or something like that I think you've got in your mind around this. Now, it might be that before this thing, whatever this illness or whatever this is, before that stopped you, maybe you were at a really high level in this. Maybe you're at the top of your game. Maybe you're a champion at this, really, really good. Because I'm getting something like, this mental block. It's something like, oh, I'll never get there again. I'll never reach those levels again. Just like this page, he's looking up to the top of the wand and he's saying, I'll never get up there again. So if this is you, firstly, don't compare where you are or where you perceive you are to where you used to be. Never do that. There's no point in doing that. And it feels like this is something you used to love doing, really love doing. And if you love doing something and you want to take it up again, that's enough. That's enough. You don't have to be the most amazing person. If you love doing something, that's enough. And if you're competitive with this, there's always someone who's, ahead of you. There's always someone who's behind you, no matter what it is. So don't worry about that. Don't worry about where you used to be. Don't worry about where anyone else is. Take this up again, because I think it's something you love. Yeah, I am seeing something that might be in the way of this, like a roadblock or something. But that's going to clear. And I think that's when you're going to be able to pick this up again. I hope that makes sense to someone. I hope you know what this roadblock is. It's something you're waiting for. So, and I think once you get into this again, it's like a daily practice, a routine. It's going to give you that sense of, I'm doing this every day. And I'm so used to this, I feel bad if I'm not doing it. It's going to end up being like that if you do this. This is something that's good for your soul. Good for your soul. It's not just about being good at something or getting skills or whatever. It's about how it makes you feel. That's the big thing here. And that's the point I was making, is that it doesn't matter where you are, how good you are, how you think you are. If you love doing something and it brings you confidence and brings you that sense of, it's good for your soul and all of that, do that. Please do that. So that's what I'm seeing there. I hope that resonates with someone, because I really want to see you getting back into something you love doing, and you can do this. So the next card you have for your presents, the Queen of Wands. Okay, so there's a progression obviously from the page to the Queen. The page again, he looks really unsure. He's wondering whether he can measure up to the top of this wand. But the Queen's very sure of herself. She's very confident. So, the daily practice of growing these skills back, seeing that improvement every day, once again, doing all that. This is for you. This is something that's for you. It's not for a boss. It's not for anyone else. It's just for you. You don't have to show anyone. You can hide it away in a room somewhere and work on that. It's about you. It's about your confidence growing, positivity growing again, coming out of this thing. Look at the sunflowers on this card. So that's the positivity. The other thing about the Queen of Wands is she's extremely independent, very, very strong character. And I'm seeing that independence in you coming up in the Two of Cups. And so I think this person, again, who wants to come back and they want to talk to you, they're definitely hesitating. They're struggling. And I think they might be struggling with their own confidence as well. Because I keep on picking up on this independence, this kind of quiet confidence that's around you. Whether you feel like that or not, that's, beside the point, because that's how you come across, whether that's how you feel or not. That's what I'm getting. So I think when they do contact you, if they're still in that feeling of, oh, I'm not all that confident, and if that comes out and you kind of get that coming from them, you might be a little bit put off by that in the beginning. But I have to say, I am getting a lot of positivity around this connection. Obviously, it's all up to you and how you feel. One thing I am picking up on is they're a very stable person. They're a stable personality. They're a very loyal person. I was seeing that before as well. So that's a big, big positive for you as well. So I'm just trying to tell you what I'm picking up around this person, just so that you're ready. Okay, so the last card you have for your present is the Nine of Cups. So again, this can be about waiting until you're content in yourself, waiting until you're confident in yourself before you get together. So they might wait until they feel a bit better before they contact you. This is what they're doing. It's in the Page of Wands. And here it is again. They're just getting themselves together, gearing themselves up for this communication. So I'm not going to talk any more about this because I've said so much about this already. So I'm going to go on to the future now. So the first card you have for your future is the Two of Wands. So this is something that comes up in your readings. I think I must have seen this 5 times or something, some huge number of times. Obviously, if you look at this, he's looking toward traveling. So there's travel, some kind of a trip. You've been organizing this. And again, I'm seeing this roadblock again. I was seeing this in the Page of Wands. It's here again. There's some kind of thing that you're waiting for, and you have to get over that or through that to be able to do this traveling, and a lot of other things as well. And I think it's early on. I think it's going to come up for you then. The roadblock's going to be there, and then it's going to be removed then. Because it feels like a big bottleneck. There's lots of things you want to do, and they're kind of sitting there waiting for this roadblock to get out of the way. And it is going to do that. So, very frustrating though, very frustrating. I'm getting that really strong feeling of frustration there. You're waiting for this. It actually feels like you're waiting for some kind of answer about something. That's what the roadblock is. You're waiting and waiting to hear an answer. When you've got the answer, you can move forward. That's what I'm getting. Now, the answer is going to come. The answer is going to come to you. But what I'm getting here is, this might drive you crazy if I tell you this, but I have to tell you what I'm seeing. When the answer comes, you might not be satisfied with that answer, because I'm seeing this comes in, you look at this and you're like, this doesn't answer the question. This brings me even more questions. It's even worse. That's what I'm getting. So when this happens earlier in the year, the roadblock's going to go, so it's going to move out of the way. You'll be able to do all these other things. But it's like the book's not closed. The book's not closed. There's more to do. There's more you have to find out. You're not going to be happy with that result. You're going to want to find out more. Now, I'm seeing you doing, you might be doing research, all of that kind of thing. So with the initial roadblock, that's going to be put aside. You'll be able to do whatever you want to do. So there's some relief here, but it's still going to be in front of you. It's like, oh, it's still there. I've got more to deal with. So it's kind of like, it almost feels like it's not this, but this is an example of what it might feel like to you. It's like, oh, I've got end of the year exams. I'm really excited. I've done all the exams. And then someone comes along, oh no, there's another one. There's another one next week. And you're like, oh, it's that kind of feeling. So I hope that kind of makes sense to you, because I know it's a bit abstract and it's a bit difficult for me to articulate. This whole reading has been a little bit difficult, actually, I have to say. All right, so the next card you have for your future is the Five of Wands. Okay, so I'm going to talk about these last two cards together. I know they're the opposite. One's amazing, the other one's a mess, but I'm seeing a good thing here. So, okay, so when this answer comes in, again, be prepared for a lot of confusion. It's going to bring up more questions. It's going to feel like a mess. That's what's in this card. It's going to be like, oh, what a mess. This is worse. I thought this was resolved. It's not. It's actually worse. I've got more things I have to do. And I think, it feels like you're going to some kind of an expert, or they're supposed to be an expert. And then you kind of realize, well, you're supposed to be an expert, but, do you actually know what you're doing? This is a great big mess. That's what I'm getting. And so you're coming to them for clarity, but you're getting the opposite. You're getting what's on this card. So, I just think this trip or this traveling that's coming up, it's going to give you a bit of breathing space. So you're going to get this answer. You're going to be all confused and be like, oh, I'm going on this trip anyway. I'm going away. And that's going to give your mind a bit of space. You're going to get totally away from this physically and mentally. And I think when you do that, that's when this clarity is going to start to come in. So that's what the Ace of Pentacles is all about. So once you get away from that battle and all the questions in your head, all that big mess, that's when these new ideas are going to start to come in. I'm seeing new ways of finding information. I'm seeing new inspiration coming in. That's all going to start to come in. That's what's going to ultimately lead you to the actual correct answer that you're looking for. Now, I think this answer is something that's a little bit unusual, might be something that's alternative. Because if you look at this card, you can't see, I'll move it up so you can see, there's a little path there and a little narrow opening. Very, very narrow. So not many people go down that path. So it's something that's unusual. And not many people have gone down there, but you're going to go down there. And you're finding the gold. That's what you're going to find when you go down there. You're finding the coin, you're finding the answer. So you'll absolutely get there. You'll get there. You've got the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, it's going to take time. It's going to take work. It's coming out of this frustrating time for you, but you are going to get to this answer. So I know that's a bit abstract. I hope that reaches the right person it's supposed to reach. So I'll just end that there. I hope that resonates with someone. To me, it seems like quite a confusing reading, but